Hello there, I'm Thomas. Today, me, Oliver, and Stepney are watching Victor Tasek's sodor amends from season 3. Enjoy.
The train, for its type, is the most powerful vehicle on land. And the engines of Sodor are the power behind the docks, industries and branch lines that make up the world-renowned Northwestern Railway. These are the stories of Sodor. The winter of 1947 was a very interesting one. For reasons that have baffled me to this day, the island's various industries didn't close for the frosty season. Instead, they remained open and fully operational, ensuring we had a constant stream of stone, china clay, lumber, and coal to ship. And speaking of shipping, that too remained curiously consistent, so we were bombarded with endless numbers of goods trains. I won't lie, we felt incredibly overwhelmed by this unexpected workload. Fortunately, the Fat Controller arranged for Jeffrey to transfer in to assist us. His help certainly lightened the load, which did improve our collective mood. Also of great assistance to boosting our morale were the approach of Christmas and the imminent nationalization of the railways. This latter point was a source of heavy conversation among staff and engines, and I must say, opinion was strongly divided. You're not looking forward to it, Gordon? I am, Reginald. It's just, I'm going to miss being a nor'easter. After all, were it not for the LNER, I may never have been built. Likewise for you as a MIDI. I never thought of it that way. You're right, but our legacy will still endure on British railways. As a MIDI, that's very true. How do you mean? Come on, Reggie. It's no secret that most new engines to be built by BR will be based on LMS designs. You almost sound bitter about that, James. No, I'm not. I admit it makes sense. It's also no secret your group is the largest of the big four. I'll tell you what, I'm looking forward to the planned overhaul we're going to receive once nationalization kicks in. Indeed. Updating all engines to a single standard is sure to cut the cost of maintenance and the time we actually spend in the works. It'd also be great if they could cut down the time it takes to clear snowdrifts. I mean, we've been waiting for nearly an hour. What's the holdup? Steady, James. Mickey is only one engine. Then why aren't Donald and Douglas helping? They are. I happen to know for a fact they're working on clearing the tunnel as we speak. They are? Oh dear. What? Is it still only the double track side that's blocked? Is the single line still clear? Last I heard, yes. Why? Because Henry is scheduled to pass through there with a goods train. Oh dear. Exactly. We got ourselves a real doozy here, Donny. Aye, anyone would think it was winter. At least we're making progress, and we don't have to worry about digging some silly sod out of it. Morning, lads. Speaking of silly sods, let me rephrase. Morning, Donald. Morning, Henry. How are things? Very good, thank you. Glad to see you're chipping away at that drift there. And we'd be making greater progress if we weren't being interrupted. So if you don't mind, and even if you do, shove off. Shh. You lads hear that? What? Sounds like a brake van being smashed. But that can't be, because Douglas is right here. Oh, you want to get personal, do you? At least the last brake van I smashed into didn't have anybody in it. You rotten good-for-nothing son of a... Oh, Lord save me. Those two were at each other's throats for near 20 minutes. If Mickey hadn't shown up, I reckon they'd still be going at it. You're not wrong, Donald. This ridiculous feud between those two has created a bad atmosphere about the railway. We need to do something. I don't know what. We on the main line have been trying to calm Henry down, and I know you lads on the branch line have been doing the same for Dougie, but it doesn't seem to be having any impact. You think we can get the fucking Crawler to intercede? Maybe, but I don't know if we should. He is our controller, not our nanny. Perhaps being our controller means he'll have more of an influence over those two. Like I just said, we certainly haven't been able to change their minds. It's certainly an idea, Donald. I'll have a word with Sir Topham when he gets back from London. When's that going to be? A couple of days? I got a bad feeling something's going to happen between now and then. Me too, old chap. Me too. Jeffrey. Jeffrey. Jeffrey! What the? Your train's ready. You're good to go. Oh, sorry, Toby. I must have dozed off. Thank you. What's the matter, Jeffrey? You look like you've seen a ghost. Maybe I did, Percy. I dreamt about Alfred. Oh, I see. What happened? Nothing, really. He just appeared and gave me a rather stern look. Well, let's hope he stays in the realm of dreams. I'm in no mood for dealing with the supernatural this year. Yes, quite. I don't fancy a run-in with anyone's ghost. Certainly not his. Jeffrey, can I ask you something? What was the history between the two of us? Yes, you never actually said why he hated you. It's a rather shameful story. You want to talk about it? Not really, but I will. It was back during my hoodlum days, when I was sabotaging the competition in some misguided sense of company loyalty. One such incident was in London itself. I had gotten wind that the nor'easters were to take a special passenger train comprised of important dignitaries, which included the Duke and Duchess of Boxford. Alfred was assigned to take it. Long story short, I arranged for a goods train to derail near the nor'easter sheds, trapping them inside. It was my hope either I or a fellow Miggy would be called upon as a replacement. Unfortunately for me, the plan backfired, as Spencer happened to be outside the shed at the time. He ended up taking the train, and afterwards, the Duke and Duchess expressed an interest in buying Spencer once his working career is done. Alfred was furious at missing out on this opportunity, even more so when he found out I was responsible for that. How did he find out? I told him. After serving my sentence in Railgate, I set about making amends with everyone I had wronged. Amazingly, they all forgave me, with one exception. He kept on hating me. I truly believe the only time he stopped was when he rushed that bomb out of the harbor back during the war. Do you wish he had forgiven you? I do, but there's not much hope in that happening now. Never say never, Jeffrey, especially on this island. I'll keep that in mind. I'd best get going. Thank you for listening, chaps. No worries, Jeffrey. Safe travels. those trees. Most peculiar. Oh my goodness. Plus my buffers. That was close. Blimey, look at the size of that snowdrift. It must have slid down from the hill. And recently, the snow looks freshly churned. We better rush back to Crosby and raise the alarm. Yes, quite. This is going to cause problems. Over my dead body? That can be arranged. But until then, you don't have a choice. Mickey's asked for my help in clearing the drift. Has he gone soft in the boiler? You're more likely to get stuck in the stuff than move it. I don't really care what you have to say about this subject or any other. I'm going whether you like it or not. And you can use the coal chute after I'm done. Fine. Just make sure they don't give me that Welsh rubbish you need. What did Lily ever see in you? What did you say? I said, what did Lily ever see in you? You bastard! Ow! What in blazes? Are you out of your bloody mind, Douglas? You got personal for the last time, Henry. You clueless Caledonian. Look what you've done. You put me out of action. Now I won't be able to help clear the snow. If anything, I've sped it up by knocking you out. Oh, and how do you plan on helping? Oh, damn it! And you called me a silly sod. Thanks for your help, Peckett. You lads are just lucky it was a quiet day in the yard, and I would have preferred it had remained that way. You can blame old Square Wheels here that it wasn't. You're the one who knocked me off the rails, you daft git. Plus my buffers. I almost feel sorry for you two. Why? Good evening, engines. Oh, Sir Topham. I didn't know you were back. If you had known, would it have changed what happened? That depends on whether Henry would have kept his trap shut or not. Why don't you shut yours for a change? All right, enough. We are going to discuss this little predicament, and we are going to stay here until it is resolved. Peckett, excuse us, please. Yes, sir. Have fun, lads. Sir, if I may say, no, Henry, you may not. I will speak first. Let me just say how terribly disappointed I am in you two. I expect my engines to display some measure of professionalism and common sense. However, I am not entirely blameless for what happened. Sir, I've been aware of the tension between you two since returning to Sodor. Rather than address it right then and there, I let your animosity fester. It was inevitable it was going to lead to some form of unpleasantness. I'm just thankful and amazed it didn't end in any serious damage or injuries. I apologize for not making you address your issues sooner. Now, which of you wants to be the first to apologize to the other? I see. Sir Topham, I have nothing to apologize for. Even after making an incredibly thoughtless comment to Douglas? Too right! How dare you bring Lily into this? Don't think you're completely blameless, Douglas. No matter what Henry said, that didn't give you the right to bump him off the rails. With all due respect, sir, I'll have a go at anyone who mocks the woman I loved. And do you think she'd be proud of you for your actions today? I guess not, sir. But all the same, Douglas, why do you blame me for her death? She was killed by an enemy shell. A shell that went off near you after your safety valve burst. She died saving you. Aye, she died saving me. That was the act of a hero. Why can't you be proud of her for that? I am. Then what's your problem? My problem is being a hero got her killed. Why'd she do that? And for you of all engines. Wait a minute. Are you jealous? Douglas, there was nothing between us. And it wouldn't have mattered who the engine was. Me, Thomas, Gordon, Peter. She'd have rushed into the path of the explosion for any one of us. And you'd have done the same for her had the situation been different. You're right. I would have. Oh, God. Henry, I'm so sorry. So am I. And we're both sorry for any problems this causes you, Sir Topham. Well, I was obliged to inform the authorities. This incident will go on your records. I was able to dissuade the Railway Inspectors Unit from filing charges and allow me to discipline you. Which I will. The both of you will be working double shifts until New Year, starting right now. The line has been cleared and we need to work through the backlog caused by this delay. See to it at once. Yes, sir. And for the rest of the night and into the morning, Douglas and Henry worked to clear through the many trains that had backed up. Donald and I were the first to find out they had reconciled, and we were expectantly happy for that. However, the others didn't know this at the time. You see, the day before, while the line was being cleared of snow, they'd held a meeting to discuss the situation. They too decided to talk to the Fat Controller about it. Or, to be more accurate, they proposed Percy be their deputation. I wasn't there when our number 6 spoke with Sir Topham, but by his own account, it didn't go well. A desperation? Did you seriously say that? What did you expect? I was nervous. It didn't help that I was shanghaied into the job. You did manage to get the point across, I hope. I did. I told the Fat Controller our feelings on the matter, and he said he's already dealt with it. What? He spoke to Henry and Douglas last night. Apparently, they've made amends. Just like that? Just like that. It might have helped if we'd known that sooner. This is why they should have let us keep our radios after the war. Indeed. It certainly would make communications easier, but they were military property, and the point has been made it is best to keep radio chatter to a minimum. You never know who may be listening. Yes, quite. The Russians have eyes everywhere, and ears everywhere else. Phew, wretched commies. We should have knocked them out after the Nazis. Let's save politics for another time, lads. For now, I would like to get some sleep. Capital idea, Toby. Good night, everyone. Good night, Gordon. What the? How did I get here? Where is everyone? Why is the yard so empty? What's that? Who's there? If this is a prank, I'm not laughing. Show yourself now. Hello, Jeffrey. Fizzling fireboxes. Alfred? No. This is a dream. You're not real. You're not. Calm down, Jeffrey. I'm not going to hurt you. If I wanted that, I wouldn't have warned you about the snowdrift. Warned me? That was you? I don't know what to say. Actually, I do. You could have been less cryptic. Sorry. Death, like life, is complicated. And I'm also sorry for harboring the grudge I did. You're sorry? Yes. Jeffrey, I forgive you. You're not the same engine you were all those years ago. I wish I'd realized that in life. But better late than never, I suppose. Yes, quite. Thank you. And again, I'm sorry for that awful trick I pulled. Apology accepted. Well, I better go. Before I leave, tell the others Colin, Lily, and Mr. Starr say hello. I will. But Alfred, where are you? For that matter, where are we? I don't know. As I said, death is complicated, but it's very peaceful here. Goodbye, Jeffrey. Merry Christmas, my friend. Merry Christmas to you, too. Morning, Jeffrey. You sleep well? Indeed I did, Toby. And Percy, you were right. About what? About never saying never. Jeffrey told the others about his dream, which soon spread to the rest of us. Given our past experiences, none of us had any doubt it was real. It also gave us a profound sense of closure, knowing our fallen friends were happy, wherever they were. I'm pleased to say that happiness endured. Christmas arrived and it was wonderful. This was followed by a great jubilee to commemorate the years of service offered by the disparate railways. And come January 1st, 1948, nationalisation took effect. The days of the Big Four had ended. The days of British Railways were about to begin.